this is Jeff Mesnick. I'm here with the Channel Marketing Journal, and I'm excited to be here again to Cloud Summit, but this time it's 2019, and I'm here with Renee Bergeron. How are you?
Good. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing great. So another fabulous show in another fabulous location. We're in San Diego. The view. You can see the view. Last year we had ships.
You're gonna have to trust
we're in
us.
our room. It's a good view. So, wanted to get your thoughts. So, how's the show been going?
It's been amazing. So it's our 10th edition of Cloud Summit. It's hard for me to believe that it's already 10 years in cloud, and we've come such a long way. First, the number of partners that were here, about 1,500 partners are here at the conference for a 2.5 day packed with content. And the nature of the partner is really interesting because we've got traditional resellers, value-added resellers, managed service provider, born in the cloud resellers. We've got the large service providers. It's just a variety. The who's who of the cloud technology is here.
Yeah, it seems everybody's here and excited to learn something new. And I remember last year, the big thing that people walked away with was your commentary, which is, cloud or die, basically, right? I'm not saying I'm quoting you exactly. That's just the way I heard it.
Yeah.
If you're a partner, you got to find a way to the cloud. And I specifically like what you did this year with under that premise, because you actually decided to go out and bring in ISVs who have moved to the cloud. Maybe there were VARs at some point that moved to the cloud, or maybe they're new companies, and you did like a program where it was a competition, right?
Yeah.
It was a Shark Tank.
Yeah, we call it the Comet competition.
Oh.
And it's been just an amazing competition and an amazing eye-opener. Yeah. First we recognize that ISVs are really becoming, a key part of the fabric of the cloud ecosystem. Right. And they're bringing so much innovation. So we actually launched a competition in 4 cities around the world, in Tel Aviv, in Austin, Boston, and in Mexico City. Wow. And we had over 500 applications. So we reviewed, analyzed them, we selected the final 60. And then in a Shark Tank kind of concept, we listened to their story and looked at their products. And it was just fabulous, the level of creativity and innovation. And what excites me is that we're now bringing these ISVs to our channel partners and our service providers.
Well, it's a fabulous opportunity for them because you're opening up a whole market that companies would typically be struggling to get access to. And you're giving them access to, giving access to the best, right?
Yeah, and our vision is that we're going to have the portfolio of the future, which is going to be a ubiquitous portfolio where partners know they can come and they'll find the solutions they need to help solve their customers' business problem. And with the IP that we've developed in Ingram Connect, we're really close to our vision, which is an environment in which vendors and ISVs can self-onboard. Yeah. So every step we're taking, every investments we're making on the technology is to achieve this vision, really of building this portfolio of the future.
And it seems like there's a little bit of a partner-to-partner motion with these ISVs, because some of them are even starting to work with your bigger clients like Microsoft.
Yeah.
Or on AWS maybe. I call them the Red Sox and Yankees of the cloud. Microsoft wanted to be the Red Sox, maybe because they just won.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right. What's interesting is we're seeing these ISVs ecosystem that are emerging. Started years ago with Salesforce, and we saw, a number of ISVs develop technology, IP, that was integrated into the Salesforce product. And, Salesforce and Force.com grew. And we have all these ecosystems. We certainly have them around Office 365, right? Yeah. We see a number of really cool ISVs that we're onboarding, develop their solution as an integration to Office 365. Like Picket or Sanebox, for example, just a couple of examples. And we're seeing these ISV ecosystem emerge around Azure, with AWS, with a lot of the business application. We're seeing the same around Microsoft Dynamics, for example.
Oh, wow.
We're seeing the same with Dropbox. So these are just examples of the ISV ecosystems that are emerging and that are making it easier for our partners to kind of find the next logical adjacency in their goal to expand their portfolio and cross-sell.
That's excellent. So I did talk to one of your comment winners. I talked to one of the Israeli companies.
Verify You.
Verify You.
Yeah, cool solution.
So that was a fun conversation. We'll be posting that as well.
Good.
And so was there one that you kind of were enamored with early on, that you really were happy that they made it all the way through?
There were a number of them, and there were actually a number of them that, are not a fit for us to take to market because it's not a B2B sales motion, but they were solving real humane problem, and those are the ones that get the tear in your eyes.
Right.
And so I remember a lot of those. Probably one story I'll relate is with Pixum. And this shows the level of commitment of an entrepreneur, of an ISV. When we did the final in Boston, he actually had a family wedding in Nepal. So he actually flew from Nepal into Boston to come and do the pitch. And a few hours later, he flew back to Nepal to join the wedding again. So that's commitment,
that is
right?
Commitment, yes.
And lucky for him, it was worth it because he was one of our winners.
Well, this is great. So I have one last question that I like to ask. This is a kind of a fun question. People in our jobs, we end up traveling quite a bit. And sometimes our travel takes us to far and wide places, fun places, not so fun places. So maybe you have a story of a business trip that you've taken recently that's interesting.
Oh, probably the most interesting recent business trip I've done is to Moscow. Oh, wow. I'd never been to Russia, and we have a center of excellence. So we have a group of engineers there. And so I got to go to Russia. And I got to take a couple of days off. And the interesting part is that turns out there's an associate at Ingram whose best friend is part of the Bolshoi company. And so I got to get a tour backstage of the Bolshoi just a few hours before I actually sat in the audience and watched the ballet. So that was pretty amazing.
That's awesome. Well, that's great. Well, I really appreciate the time yet again, and hopefully we can continue this. I'd love to do another interview 6 months in to see how the Comet program is going, or maybe you have some news that you'll like to share with me as an exclusive. But this is Jeff Mesnick. I'm here at the Channel Marketing Journal, and I'm here in San Diego again at Cloud Summit. So thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.